Right. In Bangor, I think it's an age group very often. You can say from quite young to the 19-year-olds, because we've got the students as well in Bangor, and there's sometimes problems with students as well.
And in what particular aspect do they affect Bangor as a city? What type of crime do you notice yourself?
The only crime we read about in the papers mostly is drugs. And it is a problem, it's a worry. Not necessarily, it's a worry for all Bangor people. What is going on, and so many student accommodation.
Have you looked at a crime map of this area?
Yes, not long ago in Upper Bangor, there was quite an article in the paper about crime in Albert Street on its own. It was chosen out, and it was quite a bit of a shock for everybody. What crime we could make out. But what we had as a report from the police was that every call that had been done into St Asaph, it involved Albert Street.
It was an article about Albert Street, and they called it the worst crime in Wales for that one particular street. Do you notice it a lot? Have you seen anything yourself?
No. We have petty crime, knocking on doors and urinating on doorsteps, which has been quite a big problem in Upper Bangor. Lately, there's been a few crime of breaking into property. What for? Computers, etc. It's so obvious. You try and tell the students to close their windows and close their doors, etc, etc. No, they're out till 3 in the morning and the front door's open and anybody can walk in. And there has been 2 or 3 incidences in Upper Bangor, including Albert Street.
How have you helped resolve the situation? Are you part of any groups? Or?
Yes, I've been a member of the crime reduction group for Arfon, which covers Bangor, for the last 15 years. And we did do quite a bit of neighbourhood watch, which was very, very good, to get people from your house. If you could see so-and-so number of houses, you got them people involved with you to put a badge up of neighbourhood watch and to postcode their properties.
When you mean postcode, what is that exactly?
You could bring your computer down to us and we will postcode it with a special pen, which, what you call these blue things?
Infrared?
Infrared thing, yeah. And it's good, it is good. The same thing, we encourage Vodafone on the high streets to do the same thing if any students were coming in to buy
mobile phones.
Yeah, mobile phones, etc.
Do you think the police are doing enough to stop the petty crime?
No, no. You don't see a policeman walking the street as it used to be. All you see is a PCSO, and what time do you see them? You don't see them after 6 o'clock.
No.
Doesn't help us. It does not help us. You know, uniform with a helmet does, what you call it, crime.
It prevents the
sight. Not necessarily prevents, but it helps to prevent.
How safe do you feel living in your street?
Quite safe.
Yeah?
Yes.
Has there been instances where you felt threatened or?
Yes. Banging on your door late at night. And you do become nervous. You say to yourself, are they going to break the door? So automatically you phone the police up to tell them. They will call sometimes, but other times, no.
And when you mean call, do you mean drive past, check on the...
You expect them to come and check on you as a person to see if you're alright, if you're safe, etc, etc.
Have you got any tips for people living in Bangor and what they should do to make sure they can stay safe?
For their own safety, I'd make sure that they didn't carry a lot of money with them, etc. Number 1. Secondly, that they don't leave things around, even in their own property. Put everything away late at night, etc., etc. You don't know when a window's broken or whatever, or you could be out yourself, and is the house safe? You've got to think of it that way. But postcoding has been a good thing. Definitely it has been a good thing.
Is there any particular message you want to send out to anyone that will be seeing this?
Phone the police. If you're not happy, phone the police to get help. And for them to, you're the victim, remember, if you're afraid of something, you're the victim. So the police are supposed to be there to protect you.